This video clip of my dog is from about 10 days ago. He was having some pretty intense pain in his rear right leg, and he's mostly stopped walking since then. Going for a walk, especially with one another, is one of those things that we seem to tend to take for granted at this point in time. Sometimes, with great hindsight, we can see that we could have been spending time walking with one another, especially if we set up time to do so, almost like an appointment. How many of us have so many appointments but not any time to spend with one another? I continue to find myself walking alone and yet not alone, with an increasing frequency, as much of humanity around me continues to, well, go to their appointments, go to their meetings, go to their scheduled events. I'm sure my story resonates with a lot of people, where some of us go out and see unusual things that we don't normally see when other people are around. How many times have we been shown signs that either we're on the right path or we're on the wrong path? How many times have we remembered that we enjoy spending time with one another only to find ourselves so badly separated from one another? And how many times have we fled one another due to perceived differences, due to bigotry, due to anger, due to avoidance of having conversations with one another? In today's world, my perception is that people seem to get bored very easily with one another, to the point where having any kind of communication with someone is as increasingly difficult as spotting wildlife in wildlife areas in some cases. The point is that even though we might find ourselves in nature, we might not find any kind of nature because we might either knowingly or unknowingly overlook it. The same as when we're attempting to have conversations with one another, we might knowingly or unknowingly be sabotaging our opportunities to have conversations with one another. Recently in my household, it's become increasingly difficult to complete what should be normal objectives due to unusual challenges that continue to present themselves. And the more topically those around me continue to attempt to dismiss these situations and circumstances, the less I find myself energized by the conversational experiences that we've had in the past. Having participated in a number of poor choices myself, I notice the signs, the fallout, and the circumstances all around us. And I also notice the interesting beauty everywhere, not just on the trails in nature, but even during our conversations, whether they're by phone or by text message, or even in the comments area, for an example, on this platform. Several people in my direct circles have asked how I've been doing. I myself have continued to balance a line of being able to walk on occasion great distances. In some cases, I don't feel like I can go as far, and in some cases, I feel youthful again. Whenever my dog would accompany me on trails like this, he would become youthful again in many ways. Lately, he's had difficulty even getting up out of bed. In my household, it seems like we had been plagued with all kinds of challenges that were tormenting us. And I can't remember a time when I've been more heavy-hearted, knowing that my dog is having trouble standing up and doing the things that would make him happy in the past. I wonder how many of us are foregoing our happiness and coming up on a time where we are also experiencing great challenges doing the things that made us happy in the past. I wonder how many of those things that we used to do in the past that brought happiness now bring us a little bit of concern. Like, for an example, does walking through grasses like this cause anyone the same level of concern that I can perceive if I become fearful of biting insects or ticks, just as an example? In many ways, we are all the same. You and I might look at this with curiosity under certain circumstances. Our pets, my dog, might look at this with curiosity in some circumstances. His inquisitive nature might lend to getting stung without the discipline or knowledge that something could happen if we directly contact another person or another being that's capable of stinging us if provoked to do so. All of these walks, all of these talks, I continue to feel like it's too little, too late. My elders don't seem to want to talk about the damages we are all causing. They definitely don't want to discuss change. They only want to enjoy their easy retirement. That's basically what it's come down to for many of us, an easy retirement potential. We all are looking forward to not doing anything while continuing to consume and destroy and overlook the time that we had with one another to take a walk and accomplish something. I wonder if my dog could find the strength to take another ride, to go for another walk. Similarly, I wonder if the people in my life could find the strength to go on another walk. And I wonder if we knew at some point that we were not going to have the ability to go on another walk, if we would have taken the time to do so prior to losing those capabilities. As it is, however, it seems that even the basic ability to have conversations has fall into the wayside. Many conversations don't even require words. Like, what do you think I'm trying to say in this conversation? And what is nature trying to say to us? Gorgeous. Look at you, you're beautiful. On this channel, I frequently ask for prayers for reasonable rainfall. I observe and showcase all of the rubbish that's in nature. In a way, I'm implying that I hope that we can also pray for less rubbish in nature so that we can see more nature itself, so that we can share these experiences with one another. I pray for us to be able to communicate with each other, whether we are sitting still or whether we're in flight on our journeys throughout time with one another. I pray for your well-being and safekeeping, and I hope that you return the same sentiment. And I also pray that if you enjoy beautiful nature scenery like what you're seeing here, that you choose to watch the rest of this video in peace, and that you also consider subscribing, or at least clicking on the thumbs up. I hope that you're spending time with your families. I hope that your pets are healthy, and I hope that you're having a great day. Until next time, peace, love, and all that old school stuff.